Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3.
Test, test, test.
Test.
Hello.
All right, good deal. Try that now. Hang on. Okay.
Test.
All right. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
The following is a presentation of High Plains Media and Broadcasting. Hub City football fans, the road to a state championship begins tonight. It's time for Limon Badgers football on HP Sports. We're ready for kickoff, and here's the voice of the Badgers, Tim Anderson.
All right. And welcome to Gaskill Field as we, on a nice rainy night, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as we get going here. You are listening to ColoradoPreps.tv presentation of high school sports, and we'll have the national anthem.
Nice catch.
Okay. And we are back here.
Welcome back to Limon as we get
At Limon High School as the national anthem played by the Limon High School Cadet and High School Band. And on a rainy night, as you can see out, actually the screen just went dark, but as you can see, it's on a rainy night here. I'm joined by Rich Arian, Andrea Anderson. Glad to have you guys here as we'll bring you another night of 1A football here in Colorado on ColoradoPreps.tv. Rich, we talked a little bit about if you were going to beat a Limon team that's 6-0 right now, Holyoke coming in 4-2. How would you approach it? Obviously, on a night like tonight, passing is going to be difficult. So
yeah, I don't know exactly how Holyoke runs it. I don't see him running up the middle with Limon's defensive front.
Yeah, that's 1,000 pounds of meat there, 1,300 pounds.
But you start running outside and trying to make those cuts to go upfield with the field being this wet.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough game for both teams.
So I guess the question is who has the advantage right now? You know, Lyman's running game. They've got a good passing game too. I mean, Holyoke. I know in the past, last year, Trevor Dalton, before he got his leg, I believe his leg was broken last year, and he had to sit out the season. He was a pretty good passer. So I don't know. You know, again, tonight's not the night for passing, but it could play a little bit of a factor. Who knows? But Holyoke's coming in with 258 yards rushing per game, 80 yards receiving. Limon, pretty evenly matched, 296 rushing yards a game, 95 yards receiving yards per game. The one thing that we've seen with this Limon offense, though, is they put up a lot of points.
Yeah. One thing that I think Limon has an advantage of is they do run up the middle.
They do, and they do it well.
And that's a big thing on a field like today is you're going to have to go up the middle hard, and Limon has showed us that they can do that.
Yeah, they have. They definitely have. So tonight, as I hear the other station that's down here talking a little bit about stopping Liggett, and again, we've talked before, we know that Liggett, you stop him, there's a lot more weapons out there than just Gavin Liggett.
I didn't realize that Meyer was a little gimpy last week.
I didn't know that
That's
either.
why we didn't see him on offense.
Okay.
You know, hopefully he's healthy to go tonight. You got Cochran coming around. And, of course, you got Kerrigan Capel that is a workhorse in that backfield.
Yeah, now Kerrigan's just one that's really, as he's gotten through the first part of the season, really gotten comfortable, and he's done a great job. He's not a big kid. He's just one of those kids that is elusive. He's got good speed. He's got, obviously, a quick step. He's able to get into that secondary and find the holes. He's really got a nose for that.
He does.
So, couple things, Liggett as we talk about Gavin Liggett, he's passed for 561 yards, 57.6% completion. As rushing-wise, Kerrigan Capel has 670 yards, 7.2 per carry, and he's had 10 touchdowns. Liggett, on the other hand, that's the one thing, too, that we haven't talked about. It is kind of a double-headed monster. You've got Capel and you've got Liggett, and both of them are running about 700 yards apiece, and they're dangerous. Liggett obviously has got that step, and he's gone, and with Capel, we talked about him being able to find the holes. So, on the other side of the ball, Holyoke has got Bradley Cumming, who has a great year so far, 759 yards. He's only a sophomore. He's been running 8.43 per carry, 12 touchdowns. So also running the ball is Ramos, who is a senior, 309 yards. And then it looks like they have Koch as a junior, 339 yards. So they do have a couple threats there, but Cummings is their main workhorse. So we're about set to go, Rich. Looks like we'll get the starters up here. Do you have the starters real quick, and I'll put them up on the...
I have Holyoke's, I'm going to say it's their offense. It's number 2, Tanner Smith. He's a senior wide receiver. Number 7, Saul Ramus. He's a senior running back. Number 10, Trevor Dalton. He's a senior. He's playing quarterback. Number 11, Logan Tharp. He's a tight end. He's a senior. Number 12, T.J. Gertner. He's a junior wide receiver. Bradley Cumming, number 21, a sophomore running back. And there's the kickoff as the ball bounces down to the 2-yard line. Capel picks it up, and he's running up to about the 17-yard line. Finishing Holyoke's offense, you have 44, Dylan. How you pronouncing that?
Koch, I believe.
And 59, Ryan Parker. He's a senior. 62, Andrew Kent. He's a senior. 67, Ryan Krugmeyer.
Yep.
And he's a senior. So the Badgers have first. Are you calling this?
No, you're calling it. I'm sorry, man. It's all yours, buddy. Sorry about that. We trade off calling.
No.
But
So,
it's all yours, man.
Luke Meyer on the carry there. He lost a couple yards, I think.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 after mishandle by the Badgers.
Which we'll probably see a lot of tonight with the wet field conditions.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's concerned me a little bit is, there's been a little bit of fumbleitis by some of the lineman kids, and I guess we'll have to see how that ends up going.
So there's a handoff to Capel over the right guard, and he is met by a host of Dragons there. So with 2nd and 5, Liggett's in shotgun, 2 backs with him. And he's looking to throw. He's scrambling to his right. He's looking, and he's going to carry it, and he's going to get another first down as he got about 6 yards.
So again, Liggett showing how dangerous he is, and the Dragons just seem to not be able to find an answer for him right now, early on in the game.
So Liggett gets the ball to the Dragons' 38-yard line where there's another first down. And we've only seen Meyer with the carry. Everything else has been Liggett.
Yeah. Andrew, do you have an update on his stats, just out of curiosity?
Liggett's stats?
Yes.
There's a pitch to Capel to the right side, and he cuts it back up, and he's going to gain about 6 yards, it looks like.
So nice.
Liggett has 2 carries, 1 for 30 and 1 for 7.
So 37 yards for Liggett so far in the game. Kerrigan Capel doing a nice job finding a seam there.
So it'll be 2nd and 4, the ball placed at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, talking about last week, the Yuma Indians went in and upset the Holyoke Dragons 28-20 in a hard-fought game. 2 losses on the season for the Dragons so far.
So handoff to Myers over the right guard, and he's might get 1 yard.
Yeah.
That was 44. Dylan, is it Coach or Cook?
Koch. It's Koch, I believe.
Koch. Okay.
And that was a little different formation there with, didn't see where Capel was, but Meyer came back into the tailback position. And
Yeah, it looked like actually Cody Bennett was the fullback in that formation, and then Meyer came in motion and lined up right behind him.
so Kerrigan Capel gets a pitch to the left side and goes over the left tackle, and he's going to be short.
By about a yard, maybe.
So ball is placed at the 40 or the 20-yard line, 30-yard line.
And obviously this is a 4-down situation for the Badgers this deep in the territory.
And there's a handoff, and there's a fumble.
And it looks like the Dragons have it. And it was recovered by number 29, it looks like. That was Luke Stewart.
So either way, I mean, the way the Dragons have stopped the ball carrier, they were going to get the ball in downs anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But it's certainly something that you don't want to see happen.
No, not a fumble.
Definitely not. Glad you're with us on ColoradoPreps.tv tonight. 7:18 to go here in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. We got a good game here in rainy weather in Limon, Colorado. Temperature in the 50s, dropping to low 40s here pretty soon.
So Dalton gets a snap as he's playing quarterback, and Koch just had no place to go.
Yeah, nice job by the Dragons. And I bet you $10 they're going to come outside this time with Cumming, as they'll use Cummings' speed on the outside, as they'll run the.
So Dalton's under center, and he's going to keep the ball. Nope.
It's a Koch again. Interesting calls, Rich. I guess I'm a little shocked. I guess maybe they're trying to see if they can soften up the middle or see what the.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe that's how they ran this year. And
yeah, I haven't seen the Dragons play this year at all, so it'll be interesting to see.
As we bring up a 3rd and a long 6,
And
Dalton's under center.
And Cummings is right there in the wing position. They kind of run a modified double wing.
And there's a handoff to Koch again. And goes right up the middle.
Luke Meyer grabbing him by the ankles there.
So that'll make it a 4th and about 3. Interesting calls by the Holyoke offense as three straight calls to Dylan Koch, who has run pretty decent this year, 339 yards, but just don't know. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be punting it to one of the most dangerous punt returners in 1A football.
Oh, and there's a fake. And
he got it. That's caught by number 29.
That's Stewart. There was a direct snap to Dalton, which he was being the blocker.
There is a flag.
And,
so that's going to come back.
But, I'll tell you what. The Dragons have obviously been watching some game film.
Yep.
Because that fake is something that happened a couple times in the previous games against, I can't remember exactly.
Byers.
Was it Byers?
Ran a few fakes. And
takes the ball back to the Dragon 31-yard line.
So with the penalty, it takes it back to the almost 31-yard line. It would be 4th and 7.
I think one of the early games, was it the first game they were in? There was several fake punts.
Yeah, they caught the Badgers off guard.
And there was the punt, and Liggett just tells everybody to get away from it, and the ball finally stops at the Badger 32-yard line, and there's another flag.
Yeah, there was some extracurricular activity going on here with Tyler Cochran and a Dragon.
And that's something that what are you laughing at? You're laughing at my replay here. As we get a little bit of a delay, I can see kind of what happened, but you don't want to have those kind of mistakes in a game like this. So it is against the Badgers, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So it was after the punt, and the Badger, it will go from where the ball was downed at.
And then back. And it looked like Cochran had maybe come up behind one of the Dragons.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep. So
it'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers, and now they are deep in their own territory at about the 17-yard line. Got Rubisam on the near side, Larson on the far side. Then there's an option play, and it's a pitch to Capel on the right side, and he cuts, and he gets a couple yards, but the Dragons just pushed that so far out there.
He did a good job to get something out of nothing. He actually ended up getting 4 yards out of that.
Yeah.
So good job by Mr. Capel.
So it'll be 2nd and 6.
Quick shout out to some of the folks that are watching. I think Mises are out there tonight, I think. And the Hilferty family up in the Greeley area.
And probably our good friend Jesse Brown.
And Jesse Brown, that's right.
Want to say hi to all of them.
So Liggett's in shotgun, and he's going to keep it. He bounces to the left, and they got him down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, nice job of stringing that out. They just had that one sniffed out, and unfortunately for the Badgers, that's going to negate a good gain on the previous play, but bring up 3rd and about 7.
Just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. There's no score between the Holyoke Dragons and the Limon Badgers.
And does it seem like this quarter's gone fast?
It does.
And I think probably because of the fact that there's been a lot of running. So
the rain is down to a sprinkle, but the field's still wet.
Yeah, and you could tell with Liggett trying to make any kind of cut.
So Liggett's going to keep the ball, and he's running around the right side. He cuts it up, and he is hit by number 67, Krugmeyer.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and about 2 or 3.
So Liggett will be punting for the Badgers. Bradley Cumming, number 21, will go deep for the Dragons. There's the punt, a nice punt. And Cummings is catches it on the run, and he's still up, and he's finally met by 3 Badgers.
Wow, nice return by Cummings as he took a little chance. He took it on the run there and was able to break a few tackles and get it into Badger territory.
And guess who had him by the ankles first?
That'd be Mr. Capel.
22.
Little Capel.
That was about a 24-yard punt return.
Yeah, and
yeah, he kind of caught it on the go, and he just powered right on through.
You know, and that's one of the keys to being a successful punt returner is being able to take it on the run, find a seam up the middle, and not spend a lot of time wasting out on the edges.
So Dalton goes under center, 2 backs. It's a handoff to Cummings, and he's going around the left side. And it's nice run by Cummings. It's about 8 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice gain there as we see the first time Cummings in action as Koch had 3 straight carries on that first go-around. So I wondered when we were going to see Cummings in the mix here. Leading rusher for the Dragons, 769 yards.
Koch and Cummings in the backfield. Dalton's going under center. And there's a handoff. And, oh, that was Ramos.
Yeah, Big J got him behind, behind. And for those of you who don't know who Big J is, that is Jaden Hilferty. And we do have some cousins out there on the field tonight. Logan Tharp and Jaden Hilferty out there with some bloodlines running together. So
Ramos just kind of hit a wall, and he was bouncing outside, but Hilferty was coming on his backside. And
yeah, Hilferty about got him in the backfield and then finally just caught him after he ran into that wall.
So Cummings and Koch, and Cummings gets the handoff to the left side.
And he's going to be short.
He's going to maybe get a yard.
I'll tell you what, though, Rich. I'll tell you, he had a heck of a time getting any footing as he kept his feet running, but unfortunately wasn't getting any traction.
And the Dragons will take a timeout here with a minute left in the first quarter. And we will be back to after these messages.
Our coverage of Limon Badger sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. Since 1954, Equitable has helped finance the dreams of many local homeowners. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. Stop by or call Equitable or apply online at equitable-savings.com. Closeness counts. Go with the home team. Equitable Savings since 1954. The same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000 in equal housing.
Okay, we're back here at Gaskell Field. 1 minute left in the first quarter, and there is no score here between the Holyoke Dragons and the Limon Badgers.
And Rich, go ahead. I was just going to say this is the kind of game I think everybody thought it would be. It'd be a tightly, hard-fought game.
This is what I expected.
Yep.
We got a flag.
Is that illegal procedure when it's before the whistle?
I think it was the center that.
Yep. Oh, talk about a tough penalty and a drive killer.
You were 4th and 2 and driving, running the ball well, and then you get a penalty like that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Again, this is a game that Holyoke really needs to win as they try to keep their playoff chances alive, because that Northern Division is just a mess.
Ramus and Koch in the backfield. It's a pass. Dalton's looking. He's going to run it, and he's looking, but he is met by Kerrigan Capel first. And
he's going to be short. It's going to be about a yard short is what it looks like. We'll see what they say.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Badgers do take over at their own 30-yard line.
From where I saw the line judge, he was marking it about a yard short. So a dodge, that mistake, that illegal procedure penalty, definitely was a killer.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton ran for 7-8 yards right there.
Yeah, he did.
So Liggett's in shotgun, and it's going to be an option play to the right side. Liggett's just going to hold on to it and run.
So nice job as Liggett's just kind of taking what they're giving him right now. With the conditions the way they are, that you just kind of have to do that. But that gives the Badgers a 2nd and 2, which is a great situation to have.
Yeah, it is, and you're exactly right. I mean, they're giving Liggett that early cut.
They are.
And, not having to worry about pitching it.
You know, one of the things that I thought we'd see, Rich, is, like we've seen with some other ball games, is a shadow on Liggett, and I haven't seen that.
There's a handoff to Meyer, and he keeps driving for a first down. Good second and third effort there by Meyer.
Gutsy effort by Meyer, as you could see that his legs were just kept churning and churning and churning. Nice job by Luke Meyer. And that's the kind of back he is.
Yep.
He loves that contact. He loves that.
So this is going to be the end of the first quarter here at Gaskell Field, and it is a scoreless first quarter. And we will take a timeout, and you're listening to Colorado Preps TV.
Deals are heating up at Insignal, your local. No tricks, just spooktacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
Okay, we're back here at Gaskell Field starting the second quarter. The Badgers have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line. Liggett's under center. He's going to fake to Capel. He's going to throw. He's got a man wide open and a little high for Braden Capel.
Yeah, Braden was wide open. And unfortunately, I think he almost maybe stopped running this pattern just a tad bit.
I do too.
It's and that's a freshman out there on that pattern. Obviously, Braden has got some great speed. He had a step on his man. It was actually a 5 or 6 inch difference too.
Yeah.
As I was looking at the replay here, we'll watch Braden get out there. He does a nice job in the pattern.
So Bennett's on the near side, Rubisam on the far side. And Liggett's going to look to throw. He's rolled into his left. He's looking.
And Liggett take it. Another penalty.
So will we have a holding?
I would believe. And no, it's tripping.
Oh, wow. Now, is that a personal foul, or is that okay?
I believe that's just like a holding penalty.
Glad you're with us here tonight on ColoradoPreps.tv. Presentation of high school football 1A. Boy, that's a big one. That's a 15-yard.
That is a 15-yard.
So would that have been maybe a personal foul? Wow.
So that's going to be 2nd and 25.
That kind of hurts.
The ball is sitting at the Badger 26-yard line.
I want to thank Equitable Savings in Signal, Verizon in Signal.
So Yal comes in the near side, Rubisam on the far side. Liggett's in shotgun with one back. And he's looking. It's going to be a screen pass out here to Cochran to the left side. And he gets bulldogged up by, that's going to be Tharp.
Yeah, Tharp got him.
And he's the leading tackler for the Dragons.
11 a game is what he's been doing.
Yes, 4 that I have marked so far, and I've probably missed some.
When you look at the replay on that, Cochran actually had a pretty good lane there, and Tharp was able to fight through the block and come up and make it as, didn't hold the block. Unfortunately, that was not held very well.
So Liggett's looking to throw again. He's kind of scrambling. He throws it. It's kind of a duck, and it's
almost intercepted.
Meyer.
And Meyer may have prevented that interception.
Yeah,
that was Tanner Smith that went up for it. And
yeah, it looked like Meyer kind of popped the bottom of the ball up enough that he was not able to intercept it.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th and 20. Liggett's out to punt, and Bradley Cummings deep for the Dragons.
Nice punt.
Nice high punt. And
wow.
Cummings tried to do the same thing, but he kind of tripped up as he caught the ball. He might have got only about a yard return on that.
0-0 with 10:58 to go in the first half. Tight ball game here as the number 1 ranked Limon Badgers taking on Holyoke Dragons. Dragons ranked early in the season and had 2 tough losses. One against Human, I think the other one against Cornerstone Christian, I believe the other loss was.
I think so.
They're trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and late entry there, I think that was Kimball.
And it's a handoff to Bradley around the left end, and he's not going to get much, maybe 2 yards.
I think what this game's going to come down to is a couple big plays, and it's going to be whoever can make that big play, because it looks like it's going to be a dead heat as far as these 2 teams in terms of offense.
Well, and you've heard some talk this week that Holyoke got beat by Yuma last week.
Yes.
You can have a bad game.
You can.
I mean,
well, Holyoke looked like one of the ones to really watch in that northern.
Dalton's looking to throw, and he does.
Oh, and I tell you what, that was Tanner Smith, 6'3", had the seam there, and had it wide open.
Yeah, it was just floated over his head, probably about 6 foot.
Yeah, and had that been on the mark, that could have been a big play.
It could have.
Is the killer. Again, this isn't going to be a game where we see a lot of grinding out of the offense. I think, again, it's going to come down to some big plays. Whoever ends up with the biggest plays are going to win.
So Dalton's going to go under center. And it's a handoff in the reverse to Bradley. And he's
got
not
nowhere. He had nowhere to go.
I think he was sitting there going, "Where's the sideline? Where's the sideline?"
Yeah, no kid. I think he had thoughts about maybe going back the other way, but I think that was cut off pretty quickly.
So he's going to lose about 4 yards. It'll be 4th down and 12. So Rubisam and Liggett goes deep for the Badgers. And again, you have Dalton and Bradley and Cummings in the backfield, and it direct snap to Dalton.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting. They're going to kick to Liggett's side. And not a great kick.
So it drops down to the 38-yard line of the Badgers, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Interesting tactic there by the Badgers or the Dragons is they had a deep that looked like they had somebody deep that was going to punt, but they go to the short guy and kind of angle that kick out, trying to kick away from Liggett most likely.
And, I mean, Dalton's your quarterback. I mean, he's a threat back there.
Yes, he is.
So Liggett's under center. It's a quick pitch to Capel to the right side, and he's going to pull for about 3 yards.
So a little bit different formation. We're going to the I formation now, as changing up the offense a little bit.
So he did get 4 yards, be 2nd and 6. And yeah, this Dragons have a really good rush defense right now.
Yes, they do.
Compared to what we've seen all season.
2nd and 6 as they come to the line.
So there's going to be a single back, and Liggett's under center. It's a handoff to Capel as he came around in motion, and he's cutting the back up the middle.
I tell you.
No, 21. Cummings got him just by the ankles.
Nice execution by Liggett. If you watch that, he did a great job of faking and was able to fake up the middle and then go outside with Capel. So nice job execution there by Liggett, showing his skills.
Yeah, and Capel was coming across on the motion and got the ball on a dead run and cut it back up towards the middle. So Liggett's in center shotgun. He's option play, and he's looking, and he pitches it to Meyer. And Meyer's just going to run for about 7 yards.
So the Badgers finding a little bit of success there. Changed up the formations a little bit and trying a little different, seeing that option now.
So he got 6 yards. He's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 3 for the
Capel will come out. Looks like he's got something wrong with his shoe. Looks like he's got a cleat that needs to be tightened.
So we got Meyer and Cochran. Cochran fumbles the ball, and he fumbles it again.
But I think it's going to be Badger ball.
Number 67.
That's Tyler Kimball that got that. Wow.
And I sure hope that don't make Cochran a little.
Yeah, tentative. You don't want that. I mean, obviously he's running with a lot of confidence the last few weeks. You certainly don't want him to be afraid of handling that ball.
So they'll bring 3rd and 5. 7:48 left in the first half. Still scoreless, 0-0.
Big J lining up on the ball there, center.
Liggett's timeout by the Badgers with 7:34 left in the half. Here at Gaskell Field, the Holyoke Dragons 0, the Limon Badgers 0. You're listening to Colorado Preps TV.
This is an interview with an actual Morgan Community College.
My oldest daughter graduated from high school and went on to college, and she took 35 credit hours with her. What that did for us was saved us 1 complete year of her 4-year college that we didn't have to pay for. And it was one of the greatest gifts that we could have gotten by saving that 1 year. Our youngest daughter is now a junior in high school, and she just recently enrolled in Morgan Community College classes while she's in high school. And it's a wonderful program that they offer these high school students to take these college classes. I think everybody should do that if their children are thinking about going on and getting a college degree. It's a wonderful thing. The Morgan Community College people have been so great to work with and so helpful, and whatever you need, they're there to help you in any way they can.
To jumpstart your child's college education, log on to morgancc.edu.
It's a high snap to Liggett, and he pulled it down and runs it over the right end and advances it past the first down marker.
You know, and that's something that Liggett has a great talent of doing, is making something out of nothing. He has a bobbled snap. It's a broken play, and he's able to make that into a first down. So
6 carries, 59 yards.
6 carries, 59 yards for Mr. Liggett.
So with first down, the Badgers are in Dragon territory at the 34-yard line. I formation, Liggett's under center. And it's a handoff to Meyer. And
Whoa, he ran into Krogmeyer.
You know, if that,
He's a big boy.
yeah, and you know, I don't know if you remember, well, not to Matt Krogmeyer, I have a feeling that's Matt Krogmeyer's son. Matt was a big kid back in the 80s. I won't tell you why I know that.
So that'll be 2nd and 8 as Meyer got 2 yards.
What are you laughing at, Rich? You're I think, a little younger than I am, so you can't. When did you graduate?
86.
There you go.
So Bennett goes in motion. It's a quick pitch to Capel to the left side, and he tries to cut it back up.
He runs into a coach there. Is it
Koch.
Koch?
Yeah.
And I want to say that Tanner Smith made that play happen. He come up from his cornerback or safety position. Well, he's over here on this end. And he come flying up, and Capel tried to cut in front of him, and Koch just was right there when he cut up.
So 3rd and 6 at the Badger 29, or at the Dragon 29.
Bennett's in the backfield with Liggett. He's looking to throw. He's looking right, and he does. And
Braden
it's to Braden Capel, and he's down to the 11-yard line.
And there you have one of the bigger kids on Holyoke. Wow, one of the leading tacklers, Holyoke, Tharp, on all 5'3", $130 of Mr. Braden Capel.
And I tell you what, watching Braden in the huddle after a catch like that, he gets beat up worse there
I know.
than he does on the
He does. He does. Poor Braden. If I remember the first game of the season, he got high-fived and he about got knocked on his butt.
So Liggett's in shotgun again. It's a fake handoff. He's rolling to the left. He's going to keep it. And he's still on his feet. And he dives down to about the 3-yard line.
Yeah. He just kind of squirted through there. Was able to find a little bit of a seam and squirt through. So that's going to make it a 2nd and about 2.
The Badgers can get a first down here.
This is the most successful drive by either team. The deepest penetration for either team as the Badgers are on the 3-yard line. The Dragons, I think, made it down to about the 25 or 29.
I was looking at our scoring record. I think this is the first game this season we have not had scoring in the first quarter.
There's a fake to Capel, and he pitches it out to Rubisam for the first score of the game, and it goes to the Badgers.
So finally the drought is broken there as Rubisam catches that pass.
3-yard catch for Rubisam.
6-0 with 4:38 left in the first half. Liggett. Oh, Burlington's up 32-7 over Byers in the first quarter.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, and I tell you, that Burlington team we saw here at homecoming is not the team that you're going to see in the playoffs. I guarantee you that.
No. So Lyman's going to go for 2. Liggett's under center, I formation. And it's an option play, and it's a pitch to Capel, and he's trying to get out to the outside, and is tripped up by number 10, which is Dalton.
So that'll interesting call there too, Rich. I'm not sure. I guess maybe a little concern about the kicking game, but we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to ColoradoPreps.tv.
It sounds cheesy, but it's so true. You really can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Find your future at Morgan Community College, where you can imagine, believe, and achieve. We're one of America's top 50 community colleges, and you'll get the one-on-one attention that will really help you achieve your goals. Plus, we guarantee easy transferability of credits. Oh, and I forgot the best part. You can afford it. Get your future started today at Morgan Community College, with locations in Fort Morgan, Bennett, Burlington, Limon, and Ray. Call 1-800-622-0216 or online at morgancc.edu.
At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our client-first philosophy has always been our approach, and it requires us to continually improve our skills and ways of doing business. In addition, we found that the latest technologies are enabling us to do everything we've always done, only much more quickly and efficiently. They've also helped us to extend the range of services we provide to our clients. At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our clients come first. Whether you're selling or buying a home, come see Gordon Real Estate Group. Shonda Hammaker, Kelly Kuchar, or Tim Anderson at 168 E Avenue in Limon, Colorado. Serving all of Eastern Colorado. Call 719-775-2816.
Okay, there's kickoff from Liggett, and it's going to Smith, and he's going to cut it up the middle as there's a flag thrown, and he's got one guy to beat, but that is Liggett, and he pulls him down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the return man there, Smith, as he got a 50-yard, well, probably a 40-some-yard return, but we're going to have a illegal block or a hold. Chop block. And Andrea?
That is against the rule.
Thank you. On cue.
So, yeah, a big return by Smith, but it is going to be denied by a penalty.
You know, and I'll tell you, that's one thing, you know, you feel for this Dragon team right now. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot several times. A couple times they've had an opportunity to get a good drive going, or have got a good drive going, and then they have a penalty to stop them.
Penalty takes the ball back to the Dragon 10-yard line. They'll have the ball first and
I
10.
think Badgers have had a couple fumbles and got the ball back, and one they lost.
Yep.
The Dragons have not fumbled any.
No mistakes on the Dragon side as far as fumbles or interceptions.
That moved them clear back to the 9.
So
Holy
Dalton
cow.
hands off to Cummings, and he came around the left side, and there was nothing there.
I think Tyler Cochran was the first one there, and he had some help from Gavin.
I think Gavin and
And
Capel and
11, Capel, yep.
Bennett. Oh, Tim's throwing his
Yep,
binoculars around.
sorry, and hope I didn't hurt or anybody.
If those fall on Rich's foot, he's
Yeah,
gonna-
great. He's going to be walking when he's elk hunting.
Hey, Rich, ask him if he's got workman's comp.
Yeah, really.
Dalton's looking to throw. He's looking to his left. Oh!
Oh, almost there for Smith.
Smith and Rubisam kind of got tangled up, and I think if Smith don't get tangled up with Rubisam,
Yeah.
it is a 6 because he was wide open.
All right, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 8 situation.
Hey, the binoculars aren't as heavy as my pumpkins.
Yeah,
Oh.
200 and what?
64.
264-pound pumpkin grown by this man standing beside me.
Holy
So
cow.
Dalton's looking to throw, and he scrambles. He breaks one tackle, and he is met by Cochran.
Tyler Cochran.
Yeah, that'll stop it in for about a 2-yard gain. That'll make it about a 4th and 5. Maybe a 4th and 4, or 4th and 6. Thank you. Went the other way on that.
So once again, I think they'll put Cumming and Dalton to punt, and they usually snap it to Dalton. Liggett's deep, the only deep man for the Badgers. And it does go to Dalton, and he kicks it, and it's going to Liggett. And
Oh, are you kidding me? So they're going to have a penalty called by on the Badgers, as they are going to be called for roughing the kicker. So that'll bring that back and give the it'll give them a first down. So
and Liggett did call for a fair catch, but he didn't see the.
and we'll see if that's the case there. Well, I don't know. I didn't see anything. I think it was running into the kicker, which would have only been a 5. That'll make it a 4th and 1. Is that correct?
Putting in the kicker against the
Yes.
Badgers was a call.
So, because when I watched it on the replay, basically, or on the delayed replay there, you basically had just somebody just kind of brushing him. I don't know if it, I didn't even see the guy go down.
I didn't either, and I heard the whistle when Liggett caught the ball. I thought maybe they were saying there was a legal procedure or something. And
so, wow, 4th and 1. Here we go.
3 minutes left. Dalton's in, and he's still going to punt it. And Liggett was up tight, in case they did fake it.
40-yard line. Gertner.
So Gertner downs the ball at the Badger 40-yard line.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, 6-0 right now. 2:54 to go here in the first half. Badgers with a chance after the Dragons drive stalled. Nearly had a mistake, a huge mistake by the Badgers, as there was a penalty on the, it was actually running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty.
So Liggett's under center, I formation. It's a fake to Capel. He's looking to throw, and he does, and he's got Rubisam open. He's at the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line.
And there's one of your big plays as they found Rubisam down. That's 10, 20, 30,
44 yard?
44 yards. So 44 yards on the hookup between Liggett and Rubisam. And Rubisam's been coming along very nicely, developing into a nice receiver.
Yeah, you know, we've seen him, well, what we thought that he was stopping his patterns a little soon.
Yeah.
He's had a couple that bounced off his face mask. That one was perfect throw, perfect catch.
Yeah, and that's going to give Rubisam a lot of confidence as we go down through the schedule here. We've got some tough games coming up, Crowley County at the end of the season.
So Liggett's in shotgun, and he fakes, and he's looking. That could have been a face mask, and it is. Liggett's still throwing as he blows over one of his guys.
Smokes!
And he's still up down to about the 3-yard line.
Wow.
He ran into a Badger, and whoever it was
I
just
think it
kind of
was
like,
Kimball.
he kind of like pushed him like, go
Get
that
out of my
way,
way.
go that direction.
Wow. Yeah, there was a face mask penalty as Rich very astutely called it in the backfield there. And Liggett just kept going and going and going and finding something. So, wow. So that'll take it halfway to the goal. Make it a 1st and goal, correct, at about the 1.
Where did they tackle him at? About the
1-yard line.
Okay. So we're going to give him 15 yards on that run then.
Wow.
So with 2 minutes left, the Badgers are knocking on the door, 1st and goal. You got Bennett on the near side, Rubisam on the far side, Capel and Meyer in. It's an option play, and Liggett's just going to keep it, but he's going to be short again.
I don't think he made it.
No, he didn't.
Just shy of the goal line.
That was an option play.
Stewart on that tackle.
Liggett just decided to keep it.
Yeah, he did.
Which, I don't blame him.
No, I mean, he's having some good success. They're obviously not putting any kind of shadow on him, you know, to kind of shadow him on that, you know, obviously for the option.
Well, and also with a wet ball and that kind of stuff, risking
less,
a lot of handoffs, you know.
The less time you have to handle that ball.
Meyer and Capel in the backfield. Liggett under center. And there's a fumble. And I think
said that, huh?
Capel or Meyer came up with it.
Meyer does have it, yeah.
And Liggett's just covering his head like, oh my gosh.
So that'll be a 3rd and goal for the Badgers on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, I think he might have lost it.
45 seconds left in the ball.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, it's tough. We're going to go ahead and keep it here as we got 45.6 seconds left. And Rich, a good ball game here. It was tight up until about the middle of the 2nd quarter. Finally broke open there by the Badgers on a fairly nice drive. Got it into the end zone. And now looking at another potential score.
And we thought that on 1st down and a couple feet, but the Dragons are just right there.
Yeah, they are.
Well, and we've had one mishap. The Badgers had one mishap with a fumble.
Yeah, one mishap with a fumble, and you know that it's one of those kind of nights where you just got to take extra care of the ball, and you know, again, we got a lot of younger players out there that are getting some great experience on a tough weather night, and it's a great experience for these kids as we go further into the playoffs.
And they've had some pretty bad weather games.
They
I mean,
really have. You know, you think about all last season, the worst weather we had was at Hotchkiss at the playoff game. That was just absolutely miserable.
So we have Liggett under center, I-4, and another fumble. And Liggett's pointing the other way. I think it was Jaden Hilferty that came up with the ball, but
I'm not sure what's going on there. The rain is still falling, as you can look up into the lights, so it's still a pretty wet ball.
So we have 15 seconds.
And are we going to potentially kick, or what are we going to do?
No, we're going to call a timeout and
think about it, I guess.
9 seconds left. They got to think about it.
You got to go. Would you go for a field goal?
I would go for a field goal.
I mean, it's essentially an extra point, is what it ends up being.
Yeah, and I mean, you make it, it's 3 points. If you miss it, you know, it's no different than fumbling again or the Dragons stopping you.
Yep, I agree.
But I think you need points on the.
Yeah, in this game where it's going to be a tough to get any kind of points on the board, doing it is going to be getting those points is going to be a good deal. It'll, you know, and in the case of a score and a 2-pointer, it makes it 9-8. So, you know, again, makes it a 2-score ball game.
Or you could be like the Bears last night. And
I didn't watch that. How bad was it?
I think it was 27-21, but the Bears intercept. They go down. They go on fourth, and they miss it.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Instead of going for the 3. But the Badgers are going to go for it here. Liggett's in the backfield with 2 backs. Meyer in motion. And Liggett's going to just keep it, and he's going to run hard, and he
got it
in. I didn't see the official, but I saw Capel.
Yeah, Capel definitely was going to let you know that they got that score as he jumps up and down. Kerrigan Capel.
So Liggett scores on his own. The first score was Liggett to Rubisam, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, the first one was Liggett to Rubisam.
Yeah, one yard catch.
Yep.
And they did not make their 2-point conversion, so you suppose they'll go for 2 here to see if they can put 14 on the board here at half.
I think you do go for 2 at this point.
So it's going to be the same formation. Meyer and Capel in the backfield. Liggett's looking to throw, and he's getting pressured. He's running to his right. He throws it deep, and it's Grant Yao.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice catch.
Grant Yao. Whoa. Grant Yell with a nice catch in the back of the end zone, laid out, all 6'3", and I swear he's got 7-foot wingspan.
And he, I mean, Liggett just kind of threw it up there because he was scrambling.
He did. Yeah, I mean, Liggett off his back foot from about the 25 or 30, and a touchdown, or I mean an extra point, good. And Grant Yao, another one who stepped up nicely for the Badgers.
So with 4 seconds left, 14-0.
So, Rich, they start from where on that conversion?
The 3.
He was clear back at the, 23
Yeah.
by the time he threw it.
Exactly.
Coming in Smith, deep for the Dragons.
And then obviously you don't want Cummings or Smith to run this back. We'll probably see
a squib kick. And here's the kick, and it's not really as. But Smith got it. He's going up the middle. He's cutting it to the right side, and Capel has him down at the 37-yard line, and that will end the first half here at Gaskell Field.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back after these messages with stats and more on ColoradoProps.t. Rich Yarian, Andrew Anderson, myself, Tim Anderson.
At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our client-first philosophy has always been our approach, and it requires us to continually improve our skills and ways of doing business. In addition, we found that the latest technologies are enabling us to do everything we've always done, only much more quickly and efficiently. They've also helped us to extend the range of services we provide to our clients. At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our clients come first. Whether you're selling or buying a home, come see Gordon Real Estate Group, Shonda Hamaker, Kelly Kuchar, or Tim Anderson at 168 E Avenue in Limon, Colorado. Serving all of Eastern Colorado. Call 719-775-2816.
Our coverage of Limon Badger sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. Since 1954, Equitable has helped finance the dreams of many local homeowners. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. Stop by or call Equitable or apply online at equitable-savings.com. Closeness counts. Go with the home team. Equitable Savings since 1954. The same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000 in equal housing. Want to create a greener lawn for next spring? Nourish it now with Green Thumb Premium Winterizer Lawn Fertilizer from Hoffman Drug True Value. Pick up a 16-pound bag today for just $9.99 while supplies last. This phosphorus-free formula provides 5,000 square feet of coverage and features a controlled release of nitrogen for extended feeding. Stock up and save on this bargain of the month and other quality lawn and garden products. Hoffman Drug True Value. Start right, start here.
No tricks, just spooktacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
As a triathlete, I compete in 3 sports during one race. I compete alone, but as an Olympian, I represent Team USA. I win when I respect my competitors, appreciate those who support my efforts, and serve as a positive example for my country. My name is Hunter Kemper. I'm an Olympian, and I'm a good sport.
This public service announcement brought to you by this station and CHASA.
Your source for complete Badger coverage is the Limon Leader. The Limon Leader goes in-depth on Limon sports every week with game articles and photos. The Limon Leader also brings you local news, opinion, and features dedicated to Limon and Lincoln County. The Limon Leader is on newsstands every Wednesday and is a proud supporter of Limon Badger sports. Our coverage of Limon Badger sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. In addition to home loans that are made, funded, and serviced locally, Equitable offers a full range of consumer banking services, including mobile banking, so you can manage your checking and other accounts wherever you go. Borrow locally, bank globally at Equitable Savings, 888 Main Street in Limon. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000 and equal housing lender.
Deals are heating up at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Shop now. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S4 at $199.99 after $50 mail-in rebate debit card and receive a second Samsung Galaxy S4 free after $50 mail-in rebate debit card. Don't wait. Come in today. This is a limited time offer only at Insignal, your Verizon premium wireless retailer, keeping you connected.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
This is an interview with an actual Morgan Community College parent.
My oldest daughter graduated from high school and went on to college, and she took 35 credit hours with her. What that did for us was saved us 1 complete year of her 4-year college that we didn't have to pay for. And it was one of the greatest gifts that we could have gotten by saving that 1 year. Our youngest daughter is now a junior in high school, and she just recently enrolled in Morgan Community College classes while she's in high school, and It's a wonderful program that they offer these high school students to take these college classes. I think everybody should do that if their children are thinking about going on and getting a college degree. It's a wonderful thing. The Morgan Community College people have been so great to work with and so helpful, and whatever you need, they're there to help you in any way they can.
To jumpstart your child's college education, log on to morgancc.edu.
All right, welcome back here at halftime at Gaskill Field here in Limon, Colorado. The Limon Badgers right now holding a 14-0 lead over the visiting Holyoke Dragons. Rich Arian, Andrew Anderson, myself, Tim Anderson here on the call. And Rich, I'll tell you, the 0-0 score was something that we thought we'd see, and now we see a 14-0 score, and it's kind of a surprise. Well, not necessarily a surprise, but
it is and it isn't. I mean, like you said, there needed to be a couple big plays, and we've seen it by the Badgers. A nice throw and pass from Liggett to Rubisam, and then Liggett's made a couple good runs on his own to make those big plays. So
yeah,
that's where your 14 points came from, and that's exactly what you said.
Yeah, and you know, the thing that I've seen in a game like this, and I guess all good teams, you have a player like Liggett. He's stepping up. He's the one that's he's making that game change, and he's kind of the difference right now in a lot of I mean, he's basically taken it upon himself to make sure that things are going right, and that's what you get in a leader like that. So.
And you know, I mean, it kind of looked like Holyoke runs the ball a lot more than they pass.
Right.
And, you know, I'm sorry, but you're not going to run against defense of the Badgers this year, I don't think.
Well, and I'll be honest, this was a kind of a test for me to see what kind of defense we really did have. And I'll tell you what, this is a tough defense.
Yeah, it is.
The pass defense, I think, still is a little shaky potentially, but I guess we'll find out as we go against a passing team. But you know, that's one thing I've seen a weakness in is the passing game. But again, you have a lot of young players in that secondary, and as the years gone on, they've come a long way. So, Andrea, we have some stats.
Yeah, and you guys were talking about Holyoke running. I was kind of adding up. I think you know, and this is unofficial, of course, but I've got, I mean, right around 30, maybe less than 30 yards total running. And that's, you know, between, I think,
now
4.
Andrew Anderson with stats and more.
Oh, thanks. Hey, that's my buddy Cannon,
It is your buddy Cannon. Sorry.
Hey, I like that.
All right,
I like that.
Stats-wise, sponsored by Equitable. By the way, Arby's is joining us next week on our advertisers. We appreciate that very much. They'll be with us throughout the year.
So I'll go ahead, as we were talking about with Holyoke's rushing, not a lot of yards rushing for the Dragons up to date here at halftime. Dalton, your quarterback, had 2 carries for 8 yards. Cumming had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carries, and that was approximately 14 yards. 3 carries for Koch.
And that's a kid, Bradley Cummings, that's been
he's
averaging.
Been their leader.
Yeah, he's been averaging over 100 yards a game.
Yeah, and he's at 14 right now. Koch 3 for 7 yards, and then Ramos 1 yard for 2 carries. So not a whole lot of rushing there for the Dragons. Dalton did have 2 pass attempts, but both were incomplete. In the first quarter, he did have a completion, but it was called back on a penalty. So nothing really in the receiving column for the Dragons. Defensively, of course, the big story, which we knew, Tharp. He's leading right now with tackles. Cummings, Stewart, and Koch in there helping out too. Krogmeyer with a couple big stops. One fumble recovery for Stewart as well. For the Badgers, defensively, you know, as it's been pretty much all year, you know, it's just really evenly spread. I've got Liggett in there with 3 and an assist, Capel with 3 and assists, Meyer, Cochran, Jaden Hilferty with 2. So it's just kind of evenly spread out. Let's talk about the rushing now for the Badgers. Liggett's had 11 carries for 84 yards. A couple of those carries were those fumbles right down there at the goal line. Kerrigan Capel has 6 carries for 21 yards. Luke Meyer, 7 carries for 18 yards. Passing for the Badgers, as Liggett has been able to pass a little more here in the second quarter. He didn't have any pass attempts in the first quarter. In the second quarter, then, he ended up with that one long pass to Rubisam for 44 yards. And Braden Capel was able to catch one for 18 yards. Tyler Cochran caught one for 5. And then Dylan Yao stretching out there for the 2-point conversion.
That'd be Grant Yao, sorry.
I'm sorry.
And Dylan,
Grant Yao,
Dylan, if you're out there yelling or out there listening, appreciate it.
He's probably cheering for him.
There you go.
As they would be cousins, I'm sorry. So looks like about 70 passing yards for Liggett. He had 7 attempts, 5 catches, about 70 yards there.
And actually, they're throwing a lot more than I thought we'd see him tonight.
Me too.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, these footballs that they have these days, they're extremely sticky.
Yeah.
It's not like the old leather balls that...
Yeah.
Darn it anyway.
Yeah, that's all right. So technology bringing us a long way from...
Yeah. So just kind of to recap the scoring, we had no scoring in the first quarter, which is pretty unusual. I think that's the first game that I have kept stats. We haven't had a score in the first quarter. In the second quarter then, with 4:38, Liggett had that long catch, and then Rubisam was able to catch a 3-yard catch in the end zone, and that put 6 on the board. The 2-point conversion, though, was no good. And then with 4 seconds left, basically, before halftime, Liggett was able to run it in those 2 yards, and Liggett threw a pass to Yao for the 2-point conversion, so that brought him to 14 points.
Okay, I think Rich, boy, we're not drinking, I swear.
And it's not cold up here.
No, it's not. It's beautiful.
So, yeah, I got some scores. It's going to be late in the second quarter. Burlington is up 40-13 over Byers. Crowley County is up 32-3 in the second. Yeah, and that's pretty much...
Yeah, not a lot of scores out there yet tonight. You know, nothing. The Salida Colorado Springs Christian game early in the season was thought to be going to be a crucial one, but at this point, Salida the 3-3, Colorado Springs Christian 4-2. They're not looking to maybe be heading towards the playoffs potentially, but we'll see how that goes. Cedar Ridge and Meeker, that's a good one, 5-1 against 4-2. Tomorrow there'll be Cornerstone Christian and Res Christian. That'll be a good one, as that is up there in Loveland. That'll be a good game. And then 5-1 Platte Canyon, who we haven't heard a lot about, and Lions, which is 5-0. Again, with their situation, they've gone through a lot of stuff. So, in any case, we'll go ahead and take a quick break unless you see anything else out there, Rich. What the heck? Wow.
Who'd you work with today?
I worked with Rick today. Yes, I did. Alrighty then. All right, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. You are listening to ColoradoPreps.tv.
Know why I like high school activities?
Because they're fun.
You know what I don't like about high school sports?
Too much pressure from parents.
Seeking balance in high school activities is important.
Parents need to support and encourage high school students
and not set unrealistic expectations. Give the games back to us.
And keep activities where they're supposed to be.
Fun!
No tricks, just spooktacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now. Only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
This is an interview with an actual Morgan Community College parent.
My oldest daughter graduated from high school and went on to college, and she took 35 credit hours with her. What that did for us was saved us 1 complete year of her 4-year college that we didn't have to pay for. And it was one of the greatest gifts that we could have gotten by saving that 1 year. Our youngest daughter is now a junior in high school, and she just recently enrolled in Morgan Community College classes while she's in high school. And it's a wonderful program that they offer these high school students to take these college classes. I think everybody should do that if their children are thinking about going on and getting a college degree. It's a wonderful thing. The Morgan Community College people have been so great to work with and so helpful, and whatever you need, they're there to help you in any way they can.
To jumpstart your child's college education, log on to morgancc.edu.
As a triathlete, I compete in
Make sure you have the right tools and accessories for the job with the help of Hoffman Drug True Value. Right now, choose from a Master Mechanic 40-piece screw driving bit set or a Master Mechanic 10-piece drill drive set for only $6.99 while supplies last. The screw driving bit set includes Phillips, square drive, star, and slot bits. The drill drive set features a quick change chuck and includes an adapter, countersinks, and bits. And both sets come in a durable carrying case. Hoffman Drug True Value. Start right, start here.
Okay, we're back here at Gaskell Field with the Holyoke Dragons and the Limon Badgers. Badgers are up 14-0, and we're getting ready to start the second half. As Limon won the toss and received the first half, the Dragons will start the second half defending the north end zone, going left to right. We'll have Smith and Ramus deep, and there's Liggett's kick, and it's going to go out of bounds for a flag and probably bring it up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake, not necessarily a mistake, but mishap there on the kick is obviously gives them a little bit of a field advantage.
So during halftime, I was watching the Dragons side, Holyoke side. They were warming up, passing, and Liggett's over here with Jaden Hilferty getting snaps.
Yeah,
and,
practicing with the wet ball and the wet field conditions, huh?
You know, and that's smart. I mean, just smart, obviously trying to get back into that rhythm of being able to handle that wet ball and just the exchange. Do you think we'll see a lot more passing in the second half by the Holyoke Dragons?
That's what I'm thinking. So Dalton's, and there's a flag, and Dalton's looking to throw, and he does, and it's through the hands of number 12, which is Gardner.
Yeah, Gertner, I think.
Gertner.
T.J. Gertner. Gertner was the quarterback last year, subbed in there for Dalton when Dalton was hurt.
It's a false start.
Again, shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
That's the Dragons' 5th penalty.
What do the Badgers have right now?
They had 3.
3. So
in the first half, none so far.
One of the things I learned today too was that Coach O'Dwyer, one of the themes that he had was discipline this year, and that's one of the things that they had T-shirts made up that they wanted to have discipline all over both sides of the ball.
So there's another flag.
Oh my goodness!
The same side, everything, and that is.
So that's going to be another procedure, most likely.
Another illegal procedure.
My goodness. My goodness.
So we're going to have to erase that one.
So I'm wondering if they are lining.
Are they in the line? Yeah.
They wouldn't be lining up.
Because I didn't see anybody move.
That would be
yeah, talk about a tough. My goodness.
So it'll be 1st and 20 with the ball sitting at the 25-yard line of the Dragons. And it's going to be Dalton under center. And it's a handoff, and it's to...
That's Ramos.
Ramos. And he has a nice run, almost 9 yards.
Yeah. So that'll make it a 2nd and about 12.
Nice job by Ramos that he ran a hard just straight up the right side.
I think Tyler Cochran had the tackle that time.
So Dalton's under center, and he's looking to throw. He's looking to his left, and he does. And Liggett and
I don't like to see
that's
that.
Smith.
Yeah, Smith and Liggett kind of had a collision at the end of the play there.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 12 for Holyoke.
And we are seeing a few more passes being thrown here by the Dragons. Obviously down 14-0, they want to try and get something going, and the run has been definitely stuffed.
And Dalton's looking to throw, and it is to number 23, which is
Fierro.
Fierro, yeah.
We haven't seen him.
And Tristan Rubinson was there. He would have.
Yeah, he about had that picked off, didn't he?
Yeah. And even if he would have caught it, he would have maybe got 5 yards. So Rubinson and Liggett deep for the Badgers. And again, you have Dalton back there, and he does punt. And it's to Rubinson, and he calls for a fair catch at the Badgers 36-yard line.
So the Badgers with pretty decent field position get a chance to start the second half on about the 35 of their own 35.
You know, we've seen some weird things this year. I mean, with Byers going for, and then having your up blocker doing the punting,
which is bizarre. You know, and obviously it could be an advantage as you go down playing a team.
As Myers gets the pitch, and he pulls for 11 yards for a first down.
And 34 Gage on the tackle.
And Luke, again, one of those runners that likes contact.
Luke Meyer was lined up on the right side, and it was just pretty much that body sweep there, quick pitch to him. So one back, which is Bennett, and now it's Kappel's turn around the right side, and he's not going to get anywhere. It's Tharp and Smith, I believe. Oh, Ramus, number 7.
Again, seeing a little bit mix up creativeness with offensive formations a little bit. Just mixing up the offensive formations and keeping the Dragons honest here.
Kappel on the far side, Rubensham on the near side, Liggett's in shotgun. And it's a fake to Bennett, and he's going to keep it as he jumps over one guy, but he's only going to get a couple yards.
Yeah, he ran into Tharp.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and about 7 maybe. No, they're going to. No, they're going to mark it 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. I'll call it 3rd and 9.
So 9:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Score still 14-0 Badgers.
Yeah, these quarters have been flying by with the running and very little passing.
High formation be Meyer and Kappel, and it's a fake. He's looking to throw, and it's thrown way short of Yao.
Was that? It looked like it was almost setting like a screen, but I didn't see anybody. Maybe it was just.
The Dragons had a little bit of pressure on Liggett, but
wow.
And we'll see if they decide to go for it or punt it, as Cummings decides he's going to go back just in case.
Way back. And it looks like the Badgers are going to go for it.
But they do this
quick
kick.
Yeah, and I should have known.
And it's a nice punt, but it's going to roll into the end zone.
Yeah.
Not by much.
It's a nice job by the Badgers. And anybody that scouts the Badgers, that's right. That is one of those things that you will see is that quick kick.
Kerrigan Kappel was hustling back there, but he didn't quite make it.
No. A quick shout out to Savory Spoonful, and that down off of Main Street in Limon. I know they're watching tonight.
Glad to have them.
And they had a special tonight, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
A cup of delicious, I'm sure.
Oh, it was. I'll have to look here.
We want to thank them for listening. If you're hungry,
listening and watching,
go check it out.
So we got 2 receivers both sides. Dalton's looking to his left, and he floats it up, and it's going to be intercepted.
Yeah, kind of a duck there by Dalton. And
Cochran was, he should have called a fair catch.
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
You know,
run your replay back. They were all over Big Jaden, like holding his shirt and everything.
Oh, dear.
So Cochran misses an opportunity to score, or at least let the Badgers have an opportunity. So I formation, and I believe we have an offsides. Yeah. That's what it's offsides.
So the Badgers up to 4 penalties now.
So that'll be 2nd and 5, putting the ball at the 25-yard line. And it's a handoff, and there's nothing there. There's a flag.
Another flag.
And that is usually not a good flag.
No, it's not.
All you have is black jerseys. I would say it's going to be face mask, but I'm not. And they're still talking about it. And it is going to be against the Badgers as they're marching personal foul.
Don't know what it is, though.
So that evens out our penalties at 5 apiece.
So it's either late hit is what I'm going to probably.
7-yard line.
Yeah, it must have been. I just looked at the replay there, and basically the flag was thrown after the runner was down, so probably most likely a late hit.
So Dalton's looking to throw. He's kind of got pressure, but he's going to run it left to the left sideline and gets past the.
So Dalton showing a little bit of quickness there and tucking it and going on him, trying to make something out of it.
He gets the ball up to the 45-yard line of the Dragons. Be 2nd and 3. So they have one wide out to the far side. Dalton's going under center. And it's a handoff up the middle, and there is nothing going.
The Badger defense, the run defense, just tough as you got Tyler Kimball up there. That's that 1,300-pound line of of meat there. Kimball and Hilferty. And
so it'll be 3rd and 2.
I'll take that back. Maybe not 1,300 pounds right now, as you've got Terrence Sanchez and Hilferty in there right now, along with Kimball and Peyton. So we'll call it a 900.
It's still big.
It's big.
Split backfield. Dalton's under center now.
Oh, my goodness.
Cummings doesn't get much.
No.
Did he get the first down? I don't think so.
No, he's going to be short.
He's going to be short by about a yard.
I think that was Luke Meyer again.
So that'll be 4th and 1.
And I would think that where they're located, they're going to, well, I don't know, maybe not. They would go for it, but they may not.
They're moving quite a few in and out.
And they're going to call a timeout.
Talk about it.
So with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, the Badgers are up 14-0, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to ColoradoPrep.tv.
No tricks, just spectacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
4th down here for the Dragons at Gaskell Field. 4th and a short 1. They're looking. Dalton's under center. It's a quick pitch to the right side, and there's a block in the back as Cummings is down at the Badger 20-yard line, but it will come back as there was a block in the back on the right side.
Yeah, I mean, right at the point of attack here, right on the line or the first down marker, where the first down marker would be, block in the back, and I was just going to look at that. And that's too bad. Again, shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
Every time they keep getting something, they have a penalty or something that brings it back. Makes it kind of a tough go tonight.
And they didn't need to do it because Bradley or Cummings had it.
Yeah, he was pretty
easy.
He was pretty well open there with a lane to run in.
So that's gonna.
And emotions are high, and you're trying and you're compensating, and you want it so bad that sometimes you just don't think when you do that stuff.
So it's going to be 4th and 9 as the penalty was 1 yard past the first down marker. Now the Dragons are lining up to punt. So you got Cumming and Dalton in the backfield, and again it's snapped to Dalton.
They're going to kick it towards Rubisam.
And Rubisam calls for a fair catch at the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line of the Badgers.
And that's where the Badgers will take over.
So again, another drive stopped by their own actions. The Dragons just with untimely penalties and just things that are, whether it was a illegal procedure call, they had several of those. Now an illegal block. It's a killer. Drives coaches to be old men.
Bennett to the near side, Rubisam to the far side, I formation, handoff to Capel over the left center, and Capel is going to run for about 14 yards.
Yeah, finally taken down by Tharp at the 50-yard line. And I tell you what, Kerrigan kind of looking like a gazelle there, jumping through.
That's the first good carry that we've seen Capel with this evening.
Yeah. I mean, he's been fairly consistent, but hasn't been able to break a big one.
And Tharp I've got with 9 tackles, and I'm sure I've missed some, but he's kind of been their big defensive player.
He's come to play.
And we see that.
Another handoff to Capel, and he's not going to get anything, maybe a yard, maybe 2.
Krogmeyer got him this time.
So that brings up a 2nd and 8.
Brings up a 2nd down and 8 now for the Badgers.
So that maybe not running on that right side is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You got Krogmeyer over there.
And a little bit of beef on that side.
So misdirection. Capel comes to the left side. He's got plenty of room. He's still up.
Oh, nice cutback.
He is tackled from behind down at the 25-yard line of the Dragons.
Nice cutback as he headed towards the sideline, and then at about the 30-yard line, he cut back towards the middle of the field and was able to get about 5 or 6 more yards.
24-yard carry. Is that what you got, Andrea?
Yes, because he started on the 29, or the 49. Yep.
This math lesson brought to you by.
I have to count.
No, that's good.
Well, and then there's always my joke. Was he on the 49 or the 51, There's not a 51.
We need the ABC School of Rock.
That's right.
Liggett's shotgun. It's an option play, and he fakes the option.
And might have been better off to maybe throw that, but...
Yeah, not much there because Logan Tharp's putting a stop to that.
I'm sure that's one thing they talked about at halftime, the Dragons did, and that is putting a spy on Mr. Liggett as he kind of ran rampant on everywhere.
So there was no gain. It would be 2nd and 10. The ball still sitting at the 25-yard line of the Dragons. You got Rubisam to the near side, Bennett to the far side, I formation with Capel and Meyer. Liggett hands off to Capel over the left side, and he cuts it up the middle again.
Again, credit the line. They got him through to the secondary, but then Capel, again, he's a rangy kid. He's a kind of a long, tall kid, but able to break some tackles. That'll make it a 3rd and about 3.
29 Stewart on that tackle.
Ball at the Dragon 17-yard line.
So the Badgers are getting their play in a little slow here. They're going to have to hustle. And I formation again, Meyer, and he's looking to throw. He's throwing it to the corner, and it.
Oh, Rubisam almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted by.
Yeah, kind of weird. That was number 12.
That is
Gertner.
Yeah, T.J. Gertner, and it looked like he could have had an interception, but he just looked like he.
I don't know if Rubisam might have punched it out or.
Could be.
So it'll be 4th and 3.
Another score would certainly give the Badgers a little bit of a breather.
And Liggett's in shotgun. And it's a bad snap. and he's looking to throw, and he's looking to run, and he does throw. Oh, and it's tipped and then almost caught by Meyer in the end zone.
They had two receivers down there that were within reach of it, and that was Capel, Braden Capel, and Luke Meyer, but unfortunately not there. A lot of pressure put on there by the by the Dragons on Liggett.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bad snap to begin with.
Yeah.
So the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. And it's a handoff to Ramus. And there is the field condition for you as he went to cut and he slid. And he still got 6 yards.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I didn't see the tackle.
I think it was ground caused.
Yeah. I can't see very well right now.
Quick.
Dalton's quick pass out to the left. And that is to Smith.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to hit him on a quick in, on a quick hitch. And that, unfortunately, it was within the grasp of the receiver, but unfortunately just could not haul it in. So Dalton's been having a tough time with his receivers tonight.
He's had 5 incompletions.
How many completions has he? How many times has he thrown?
5.
Oh.
0 for 5.
That's not good.
So a quick pitch out to the right side. And this is...
Whoa, Grant Yao had a chance to get him at the 20, and he slipped away and finally brought down.
That was coming. And the officials are going to call timeout and bring the chains over. And it's going to be close.
And we'll see what they come up with.
And Tim, on that completions, he did have 1 completion earlier, but it was called back on a penalty.
Right. Nice stats.
And here comes the chain gain, and it is going to be...
short by about an inch. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that? Short by an inch. So that'll make it 4th and an inch. Obviously, I think Coach Zilla will probably want to go for that, even though it's deep in their own territory. Quick shout out to some more of the Hilfordies, actually. We'll do that here in just a second.
So, I've noticed that Tanner Dunaway and Larson hasn't been...
No, they have not been
platooning tonight like they have the last couple weeks.
Yeah, interesting.
So they're lining up as a punt formation. You got Smith and Dalton in the backfield. And it's a snap to Dalton, and he's going to punt, almost blocked.
May have even got a little bit of it.
They might have.
Because it took an angle over there on the far side.
And that's number 52, Quentin Fager, that got in there.
So that's going to give the Badgers some really good field position because it's on like the 45.
Okay, so not to second guess Coach Zilla, but you have an inch to go. You've got a pretty good sized line. Granted, they haven't been able to gain a whole lot tonight on offense rushing, but wouldn't you have just done a quarterback sneak? I mean, I don't know. An inch to go.
Or, even maybe take another penalty and try to draw them offside.
Yeah, exactly.
You're already going to punt.
That's why we're in the booth, guys.
There's a quick pitch.
Exactly.
And I don't know who that is.
Is that Cochran?
No,
that's Braden Capel.
No.
No, it's Tyler Cochran.
21.
I was going to say a little too much height.
Yeah. The Capel boys wearing their pink socks in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Week. Again, Ted and Mindy Hilfordy watching in Texas tonight. And
they're checking out Big J as he brings them to the line.
Elise and Victoria from Ginger and Liv.
Well, hi to all you guys. Jaden will be glad to know you're watching and listening.
Cochran and Capel. Capel gets the handoff, and he drives for about 5 yards.
And again, I am so impressed by how fast, how quick Capel is able to cut up field. And he's making, I mean, just able to make some nice, quick cuts.
So a minute 15 left here in the third quarter. Badgers are still up 14-0. They have the ball on the Dragons' 41-yard line, 3rd and 7. Braden Capel's going to the far side. Rubisam and Kerrigan Capel on the near side. Liggett's looking to throw. He's getting rushed, and he's running to the right side, and he's going to get out of bounds, but I think he might have gained
Yeah, he might have gained about
half a yard.
They're going to mark it. Yeah, they're going to mark it about the third,
maybe
41-yard line.
42-yard line, so he lost a yard.
All right. There you go.
So it'll be 4th and 7.
Credit the Dragons. They've held the Badgers. Not been able to do much on offense the second half, as we're 45 seconds away from the fourth quarter here.
Liggett's looking to throw. He rolls to
Oh,
the left,
nice
and he's
pattern.
wide open as
Tristan.
Tristan Rubisam, and I thought that was a face mask myself.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I know the camera wasn't on it, but I'll tell you what. Tristan Rubisam ran a nice route. He basically took number 12, T.J. Gertner, downfield and then button hooked around and left Gertner with about 3 yards separation. Nice job there by Rubisam.
And the ball got there quick. So we got Larson on the near side as Bennett's getting looked at by Dr. Fox. Capel on the far side. Kerrigan Capel gets the ball and he drags the ARP for a yard, but
not before he gains 6 yards. Maybe, yeah, it'll be a less leave a 2nd and 4 maybe.
Yep. So this will be the end of the third quarter as the Badgers are back deep on the Dragons territory, and they're up 14-0. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to ColoradoPreps.tv.
It sounds cheesy, but it's so true. You really can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Find your future at Morgan Community College, where you can imagine, believe, and achieve. We're one of America's top 50 community colleges, and you'll get the one-on-one attention that will really help you achieve your goals. Plus, we guarantee easy transferability of credits. Oh, and I forgot the best part. You can afford it. Get your future started today at Morgan Community College, with locations in Fort Morgan, Bennett, Burlington, Limon, and Ray. Call 1-800-622-0216 or online at morgancc.edu. No.
Okay, we're back here at Gaskell Field starting the fourth quarter. Holyoke Dragons and the Limon Badgers, and the Badgers are up 14-0. They have the ball deep in the Dragons territory at the 20-yard line, and they have a 2nd and a long 4.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Badgers pretty much held in check by the Dragons all the third quarter. Finally, here at the end of the third, their Badgers are able to get some decent penetration.
Meyer gets the handoff up the middle, and he just rips away from one Dragon and drags 2 more for a first down.
And I can't see who tackled him right now, but he's getting up kind of slow.
It was, I believe it was number 10.
Nope, it's Tharp.
Oh, it's Tharp? Okay.
Yeah, he's getting up a little slow.
Well, he's had to make a few hits tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that
I've
boy
got
has come to play
1,
tonight.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tackles, and of course that's unofficial. So he's bound to be a little tired.
Capel gets the ball, and he gets back up the middle again and gets tackled by coming.
And that'll be down
about the 5-yard line.
Yep. So the Badgers really threatening to score here. That'll make it a 2nd and about 4. Yep. They're able to get a first down. Shout out to everybody who might be listening and watching at Southside tonight.
So Yow's on the near side, and it's a quick pitch to Meyer, and Meyer's going to cut it up the middle and drag. And
wow, nice job of running there.
He is tough.
Yeah, he is. He got down to about the 1-yard line. Yeah, it should
first and goal, yep.
Yep, definitely first.
And we've seen this before, and the Dragons held them.
Yep, they did.
For quite a while.
10:58 left to play in the ball game. Limon with a first and goal to go from the Dragons.
So, first and goal on ball on the 1. Braden Kappel's coming to the near side. Rubisam to the far side. You got Meyer and Kappel in the backfield. And Liggett's just going to quarterback sneak, and Kappel says he's in. And so does the officials.
So right now the Badgers go up 20-0 right now over the Holyoke Dragons. And again, I think the folks around the state of Colorado right now looking at 1A football are saying that these Dragons and the Badgers actually are for real.
So Rubisam's going to hold for Liggett as they go for 1.
You know, and I think this does put a statement on why the Badgers are undefeated. I mean, this is a true test.
Yes. And the kick's up, and it is good. So the score is 21-0 here at Gaskell Field at 10:36 left in the game.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to ColoradoPreps.tv.
No tricks, just spectacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street.
So we're back here at Gaskell Field. Badgers just scored their 3rd touchdown of the game, 21-0 over the Holyoke Dragons. We're getting ready for Liggett's kickoff. Smith and Cumming is deep. And here's Liggett's kick. And it's going to go to Smith on the left side, and he's going to cut it up the middle. And he gets it up to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Braden Kappel, Devin Christian, Grant Yao, all in on that.
That's where the Dragons will take over.
So 10:30 to go here in the game, 21-0. Again, Badgers 6-0 and showing that they deserve that ranking right now as they come up against a tough Holyoke Dragons team.
So Dalton's under center, 1 back. He's looking to throw, and he's getting pressured, but he's going to run it. He's got a little bit of room, but he cuts backwards.
Yeah, Grant Yao was waiting there for him and pushed him out of bounds.
Those poor chain guys over there, they're taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Just in the last couple of plays.
So Dalton will get 5 yards, be 2nd and 5. And I don't know if he would have got more if he wouldn't have ran backwards, but 1 back. Dalton's under center, and it's a handoff, and that's the
Cummings, yeah. And Kerrigan Kappel
gets him down at the 42-yard line, and it's good for a first down for the Dragons.
Yeah, Cummings showing that speed that we knew he would be coming into the game with, and unfortunately for the Dragons, has not been able to get out and do what he normally does. Again, over 100 yards a game.
So 1st and 10. Here comes the Dragons, and Cumming will be the lone back. Dalton's going to be in shotgun. And there's a flag.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides, encroachment, because of the whistle.
And it is.
Against the Badgers is the call. Giving the Dragons a
6 penalties now for the Badgers.
So 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5. Again, coming in backfield with Dalton as he's in shotgun. There's 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Dalton's looking to throw, and he's getting rushed. And he is tries to hit his receiver,
T.J. Gertner, yeah. And again, no help from Dalton's receivers. That was on the mark. Could have been caught. Credit a little bit of hands in there by the Badger defender.
And now, and then Cochran took a shot on Dalton.
Yeah.
Wow, tough break again. No help, no support there from his receivers.
And that's a quick pitch to Cumming, and there's nothing there as the Badgers sniffed that one out.
Yeah, credit Grant Yao. He kind of did his defensive end duty and kind of corralled Cumming, and then finally a host of other Badgers.
Yeah,
got him
Tyler
back there.
Kimball finally.
Kimball and Meyer.
Meyer got him.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
So not only did he lose yards, but man, did they hit him.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
So Cummings in the backfield with Dalton as he's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. And there comes a stunt, and it's a pass out to Cumming, and
it was behind him. The pass was behind him, and now Dalton, you hate to see this.
Oh, no.
No, it's not Dalton. It's actually number 60, or 50, yeah, 52. Harvey. Shauna Harvey? I don't know.
so with the incomplete pass, it'll be 4th and 10. So Liggett and Rubinson will go deep. And once again, Dalton and Cumming will be in the backfield for a punt. They've been snapping it to Dalton, and he's going to fake it. He's looking to throw, and it's way over his head. That'll be Tharp.
And 2 Badgers collided with each other.
And one's still down.
And the Dragon coach, trainer ran right out there immediately.
That's Liggett.
I think that they collided.
And it's Gavin Liggett.
We'll step aside. We'll be back to Limon with more Dragon football right here on Badger.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to and watching ColoradoPreps.tv.
Our coverage of Limon Badgers sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. In addition to home loans that are made, funded, and serviced locally, Equitable offers a full range of consumer banking services, including mobile banking, so you can manage your checking and other accounts wherever you go. Borrow locally, bank globally at Equitable Savings, 888 Main Street in Limon. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000, an equal housing lender.
Okay, we're back here at Gaskell Field after the injury timeout to Liggett, and he did run off the field.
Yeah, that's a good sign, obviously, for...
I tell you what, though, I'm pretty sure, Tim, you're going to have to look back again. I think he hit. I think he collided with another
he did collide with his own
I think
man.
it was Grant Yao.
Yeah, Grant was right there.
And it was pretty good sportsmanship and
by, gosh, the
by
drag.
Tharp. He, after Liggett got up, Tharp went over, kind of
yes.
went and said something to him. And
the coaches hurried right over there as he was hurt kind of on their side of the field.
A lot of these kids from Holyoke know these lineman players pretty well.
So Kerrigan Capel takes over the quarterback spot and hands off to Cochran. And he gets about 5 yards.
So actually this is probably not a bad situation, Rich, because... Well, I was just going to say, I almost would have left Capel in just to give him some snaps.
Exactly.
But that's why I'm not down there on the sidelines either.
That's right.
So we can sit up here and we can call anything we want,
So it's a handoff to Meyer over the left side, and he takes on Tharp again.
He has got to be one of the hardest running individuals. Oh, my goodness.
And Tharp is on his knee and finally bounces up. And
he's got to be tired. He's had one whale of a game.
Yeah, Logan Tharp, normally 11 tackles a game. He's definitely over that.
So Braden Capel coming to the near side, Rubus Sam on the far side. We got Bennett in the backfield, and it's going to be a pitch to Meyer, and he's going to try to get around the left side, and there's nothing going.
And he runs into the chain gang again.
Yeah. Greg King, Merle Burgess over there getting their workout, trying to make sure that they don't get hurt.
So no gain, be 2nd and 10. Did he go out of bounds?
He did. Oh. Okay. So he didn't go out of bounds.
That's okay. The clock keeps running.
Yeah, that's good. 7:53 to go here in the game. So
I formation, Meyer and Capel in the backfield. Hand off to Capel, and he goes up to the left side and cuts back up to the middle.
And that is going to be short.
There he goes again, just going one way and then cutting back up the middle and getting a few more yards as it sets up a 3rd and 2. Braden Capel to the near side, Rubus Sam to the far side. Meyer and Capel in the backfield. Liggett under center, and it's a handoff to Meyer right up the middle, and he gets the first down.
Nice job of running there.
Once again, I heard Tharp's name.
Yeah, I've got him at 17 tackles now, and I'm sure I've missed some.
Yeah, Logan Tharp definitely living up to his reputation as a heck of an athlete.
So the Badgers have 1st and 10.
And tonight he's playing against his cousin, Big Jaden Hilferty.
Yeah, no kidding. A little awkward.
It's a miscommunicate or directions handoff to Capel over the left end, and Capel gets another 7 yards.
Nice job of running again by Mr. Kerrigan.
Offensive line let him get through that first line, and then it's all Kerrigan after that.
Yeah, and again, he seems to have a real innate ability to find those holes and really exploit that secondary once he gets into that second line.
Single back, and but it's a quick pitch to Capel around the right side, and he is going to be close to a first down.
And guess who?
Tharp.
Jeez. I tell you what, both Tharp right now and Kerrigan Capel getting a workout.
So it'll be short. The first down will be 3rd and short. 5:45 left here. Gaskell Field, 21-0 Badgers.
Yeah, unless it could be a huge miracle, but it'd be difficult. Badgers look to go 7-0 right now. Badgers would fall to 4-3.
Kerrigan Capel gets the ball and he hits his own guy and almost scores,
Touchdown!
and he does.
He was signaling touchdown while he was laying on the grass.
Touchdown, Kerrigan Capel, and that was all on Kerrigan. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, for
we have
crying in a bucket. That's going to come back
A
on
holding penalty.
So we'll take that off the board.
So that's 7 penalties now for the Badgers.
Yeah, and, you know, obviously talked about that beginning of the game. That's Coach O'Dwyer's biggest pet peeve, and that is discipline and penalties, and that's the theme of the year is discipline.
Takes the ball back to the Dragon 13-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. Liggett's going in shotgun with Bennett next to him. And he's looking to throw, and he's getting pressured, and it's a short, low throw to Meyer, and it's no good.
Would you try a field goal from there?
Dalton start on the defense for the Dragons. Brings up a 4th down 3 now for the Badgers.
You know, I don't know.
Yep. Just because they threw the tee out.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I mean, again, this is a good time. You've got a good opponent here, a tough opponent. You're up 21, 5 minutes to go. This is a good time to find out whether or not you've got a potential weapon as a field goal. You know, again, that's...
So it's going to be a 30-yard kick, field goal, and it's up, and
it
good.
Is good. It's good! Holy moly!
30-yard field goal by Liggett.
Wow. 30-yard field goal from Mr. Liggett.
And he probably had another good 20 on that kick.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. Badgers up 24-0, 5:16 to go.
No tricks, just spectacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New to you.
So we're back here after Liggett's 30-yard field goal was good, made it 24-0. And here's this kick, and it's going to go to Cumming, and he is started at his 20, brings it up to the 36-yard line.
I think Cochran got him by the ankles, and Meyer finished it off.
Well, I tell you, this is a game, again, that kind of legitimizes, I guess, the ranking that the Badgers have received all season. I think this will show a lot of the people out there exactly how tough, and that this is a team to be reckoned with. You know, do they deserve the #1 ranking? I mean, with this 7-0 record, you have to put them up there. Buena Vista's one that I think is going to be a tough one throughout the season.
Yep.
We'll meet maybe in playoffs.
So Dalton's under center, and it's a quick pass, and it's way high over his receiver, number 23, Fierro.
And Braden Capel was out there on the coverage, and Braden tried to get it just a little over his head.
Well, if it was over Fierro's head, it was over
Well,
Braden's head.
Yeah, Fierro goes.
For sure.
Let's see.
6 foot.
Okay, yeah, 6 foot, definitely. Yeah. Got a mismatch here on the near side, too.
So Dalton's looking to throw. He's going against Braden Capel, and he almost intercepts it.
Braden knocked that ball down.
And I'll tell you what, okay, so you saw that. They saw the mismatch, thinking that there was going to be a huge mismatch because of the height difference, and Capel, with his speed, was able to get in there and knock that ball away.
And I don't know if Gavin Liggins telling him knock it down or congratulations, but Gavin was definitely talking to him. So Dalton's under center again, 3rd and 10, looking to throw, and he's hit as he's thrown.
Oh, Grant
Yao intercepts it at the Dragons' 44-yard line.
43-yard line.
As Dalton got hammered when he threw the ball, and I didn't see who it was.
Yeah, so that kind of seals the Dragons' fate, most likely.
So here comes Liggett out of the game, and Kerrigan Capel's going to take over as quarterback.
And I think it's a wise move on Coach O'Dwyer's part. There's no sense in putting him at risk anymore. Capel needs the snaps.
And it's a handoff and fumble to Cochran as number 52. That is Harvey came in and hit both the receiver and Cochran and Capel at the same time. So it'll be 2nd and 17 as the younger kids come in.
Yeah, I saw Trenton Hendricks in and out.
24-0 right now. 4:20 to go here in the game. Again, I didn't expect. I expected a tighter game. And
so Capel's just waiting for the back judge to start his count. Hands off to Cochran, and Cochran has 2 hands on the ball.
Wisely. That'll make it a 3rd and about 13.
Number 9 on the tackle. That's Herman.
As Badgers keep trying to get their younger kids in here. Trenton Hendricks is getting in there, and Badgers are going to have to hurry up and get up there. I know they're waiting to wait for the back judge to start his count, but Capel's under center, quick snap, pitch to Cochran, and there's nothing there. He's gonna lose 5, 6, 7 yards.
Yeah, it'll make it a 4th and 20.
As it was a kind of a high toss to Cochran, but
it was. I mean,
but still, the Dragons were back there.
They were. They had good penetration, and that's part of the reason that the pitch went high and didn't have much of a chance on it.
So Cummings going to go deep as it's 4th and long. And we have a new punter, Grant Yao. And there's the punt, and Cumming is just going to let it go as Rubisan downs it at the Dragon 20-yard line. And that's where they'll take over. 1st and 10 with 2:30 left in the game.
So I see Brett Brewer. I see
Christian Martinez,
Christian,
Tanner Dunaway.
Tanner. I thought I saw
Terrence Sanchez, maybe. Is he
Caden Larson, 50.
Yep.
And I thought I saw 55, which would be Weisensee.
Joe Weisensee.
We've got Zane Carpenter.
So Dalton's in shotgun, looking to throw. He fakes, and he's getting pressured, but he's still scrambling, and he throws, and he's got a receiver.
I'm so glad he has a completion.
And that's Fierro.
Yeah, he's finally taken down by Dunaway, as Dunaway was able to get him by the shoes and prevent a touchdown, because there was nothing but blue sky and green grass. Well, okay, black night and green grass ahead of him.
How many yards, Rich?
Oh, I don't know where they start.
Do we could like mark on the window here, you know.
So Dalton's.
They started on the 40.
For 20 yards.
Okay.
And there's a pass, and it's short to Cumming.
Yeah, Cumming didn't have a chance. It just was thrown about 2 feet beside him.
So that'll be 2nd and 10. Ball is on the Badger 40-yard line.
So 2:07 to go here in the game. Badgers will go to 7-0. The
I see
Dragons.
Dylan Smith comes in for the Badgers.
And the Dragons take a timeout.
And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back after these messages. Badgers up on top, 24-0. We'll be back after these messages.
Our coverage of Limon Badger sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. Since 1954, Equitable has helped finance the dreams of many local homeowners. Equitable home loans are made, funded, and serviced locally. Stop by or call Equitable or apply online at equitable-savings.com. Closeness counts. Go with the home team. Equitable Savings since 1954. The same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000 in equal housing.
.207 left here at Gaskell Field, left in the game, and the Dragons are trying to score their first touchdown of the game here. Dalton's in shotgun, one back. He's looking to throw. He's getting rushed, and he throws it to the official.
And it's complete to the line judge. Oh, well, he drops it.
And
I think there's going to be a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Badgers.
And that's too bad. You hate to see that, especially with these young kids. Although, you know, they're probably a little hyped up to want to get in the game. And
I have 8 penalties now. That's unofficial, of course, for the Badgers.
So a huge penalty takes the ball down to the Badger 25-yard line.
Henley takes the ball down to the Badger 25-yard line, where the Dragons will have it 1st and 10.
Ball moved up to the Badger 25-yard.
So there's only 5 seconds clicked off the clock after the timeout. Dalton's in the shotgun, and he's looking to throw, and he's and that was to Cumming, and he drops it too. I think that's the 3rd one or 4th one that he's dropped.
Yeah, I tell you, Trevor Dalton has not had any support from his receivers tonight. There's been several drops, and
he has 15 passes and 1 completion.
Yeah, and
one was called back also.
And I'll be honest, you know, a lot of those passes that he's thrown have been on the mark and within, you know, reasonable proximity to catch.
So 2 receivers on both sides. Dalton's in the backfield with 1 back, and that would be Cumming. And he's looking to throw. He's looking left. He's getting pressured, and he's still getting pressured.
Devin Christian! Nice job. Sorry, Rich. That was Devin Christian who got in there and just was chasing him down.
And then they're going to get Dalton for grounding.
Yeah, I think you're right, because as he was going down, he threw it.
So spot foul and loss of down.
Rich knows the rules.
Yes, he does.
Rich knows the rules.
Henley takes the ball all the way back to the Badger 47-yard line.
So it's going to be third and half the field.
Literally, 10, 20, 33 yards, I suppose. We'll call it third and 33. I don't know. I'll call it.
And it's going to be a handoff to Koch. And he's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
And he is still up, and he's down about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Dylan Koch.
Dylan Smith finally knocked him out.
Dunaway had him, but he got loose.
Well, Dylan Koch is 5'11", 230-pound senior. Big boy.
And Dunaway is 5'10", 140.
Yeah.
You don't take him at the waist.
No, you don't.
He's a big boy.
He shed about three tackles there.
They're going to hand it to him again, and this time he is met by number
71, Devin Christian.
First one was
Terrence
number
Sanchez.
60.
Sanchez. So good job by the young kids. Been impressed with Devin Christian the last couple games. He's really shown some ability to chase that passer down, that runner down.
Second and goal. The ball's on the Badger 5-yard line. And it's a pitch to Cumming, and he's going to walk in for the Dragons' first touchdown of the game.
As the Dragons are able to erase the shutout, that makes it 24-6 with 58 seconds left to play in the ballgame.
So 24-6 Badgers. Just under a minute left in the game. And the Dragons will line up for 2-point.
They'll split Fierro out wide to the left. Split backfield with
And
Ramos and Koch.
Koch and Ramos in the backfield. Dalton's looking to throw a quick pass out, and it's no good. So they'll keep the score 24-6.
All right, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Got about 58.8 seconds left.
And we'll see if they let the second string kickoff team in, or
yeah, I don't know. I think that's backfired once or twice, but I don't know if they'll do that or not.
It appears that the ones huddled up there are, doesn't it, Rich?
kind
of. Some and some not.
Well, they got Kerrigan Capel there. They've got
Yeah.
Larson, Cochran.
Cochran.
Peyton.
Well, you
Real,
got Gavin.
No, I think.
Well, they're going to bring in their hands team for an onside kick.
It's the regular hands team. You are right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And that's wise.
Next game up is Calhan, and
Especially with a wet field.
That'll be at Calhan next week.
You saying Quentin Fager has hands?
Well,
I'm just joking.
God bless him.
Yep.
He might.
And they just kind of high kick, and it's going to go to
Braden
Capel, and he's going to go to the left side, and he's still dancing around.
Braden Capel looking for a hole and a potential touchdown.
So the Badgers will take over at their own 49-yard line. 52.9 seconds left of the game. Just going to looking at some scores here. Burlington 59-13 over the Byers. That's a final. Crowley County 32-3. Still. Buena Vista 46-8 over Peyton. And pitch to number 23. That is,
Killen Bazzi.
Yeah, that is an exchange student, I believe, from Germany. Score 59-13. Burlington over Byers. That's not a surprise, but it's a tough score. Ray killing Highland right now, 41-6, third quarter.
So 13 seconds left. This will be the last play. And there's the count from the back. It's a handoff to number 14.
Carpenter.
Yeah, it's Zane Carpenter.
And that will be the end of the game. Badgers are victorious 24-6 over the Holyoke Dragons.
All right, well, we will take a quick break, and we'll be back with scores and more, stats, and a wrap-up after these messages. You're listening to ColoradoPreps.tv.
Your source for complete Badger coverage is the Limon Leader. The Limon Leader goes in-depth on Limon sports every week with game articles and photos. The Limon Leader also brings you local news, opinion, and features dedicated to Limon in Lincoln County. The Limon Leader is on newsstands every Wednesday and is a proud supporter of Limon Badger sports.
Deals are heating up at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Shop now. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S4 at $199.99 after $50 mail-in rebate debit card and receive a second Samsung Galaxy S4 free after $50 mail-in rebate debit card. Don't wait. Come in today. This is a limited time offer only at Insignal, your Verizon premium wireless retailer, keeping you connected.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
Limon Public Schools strives to provide a safe environment and develop responsible and productive citizens who have the knowledge and skills to seize their chosen opportunities. Limon Public Schools is proud of its student athletes and proud to be a partner in this broadcast.
No tricks, just spectacular deals at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer. Make the switch from your basic phone to any new Android smartphone like a Samsung Galaxy S4 in October and receive an instant $50 Insignal in-store credit off your total purchase. Don't be spooked. Make the switch now, only at Insignal, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer.
Shop Insignal today in Limon at 1144 Main Street. New 2-year activation required. Early termination and other fees apply. Coverage details at vzw.com.
This is an interview with an actual Morgan Community College parent.
My oldest daughter graduated from high school and went on to college, and she took 35 credit hours with her. What that did for us was saved us one complete year of her 4-year college that we didn't have to pay for. And it was one of the greatest gifts that we could have gotten by saving that 1 year. Our youngest daughter is now a junior in high school, and she just recently enrolled in Morgan Community College classes while she's in high school. And it's a wonderful program that they offer these high school students to take these college classes. I think everybody should do that if their children are thinking about going on and getting a college degree. It's a wonderful thing. The Morgan Community College people have been so great to work with and so helpful, and whatever you need, they're there to help you in any way they can.
To jumpstart your child's college education, log on to morgancc.edu.
Want to create a greener lawn for next spring? Nourish it now with Green Thumb Premium Winterizer Lawn Fertilizer from Hoffman Drug True Value. Pick up a 16-pound bag today for just $9.99 while supplies last. This phosphorus-free formula provides 5,000 square feet of coverage and features a controlled release of nitrogen for extended feeding. Stock up and save on this bargain of the month and other quality lawn and garden products. Hoffman Drug True Value. Start right, start here.
At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our client-first philosophy has always been our approach, and it requires us to continually improve our skills and ways of doing business. In addition, we found that the latest technologies are enabling us to do everything we've always done, only much more quickly and efficiently. They've also helped us to extend the range of services we provide to our clients. At the Gordon Real Estate Group, our clients come first. Whether you're selling or buying a home, come see Gordon Real Estate Group, Shonda Hammaker, Kelly Kuchar, or Tim Anderson at 168 E Avenue in Limon, Colorado. Serving all of Eastern Colorado. Call 719-775-2816.
As a triathlete, I compete in 3 sports during one race. I compete alone, but as an Olympian, I represent Team USA. I win when I respect my competitors, appreciate those who support my efforts, and serve as a positive example for my country. My name is Hunter Kemper. I'm an Olympian, and I'm a good sport.
This public service announcement brought to you by this station and CHSA.
Our coverage of Limon Badgers sports is brought to you with the support of Equitable Savings. In addition to home loans that are made, funded, and serviced locally, Equitable offers a full range of consumer banking services, including mobile banking, so you can manage your checking and other accounts wherever you go. Borrow locally, bank globally at Equitable Savings, 888 Main Street in Limon. Since 1954, the same local ownership, the same commitment to our communities. Member FDIC, deposits FDIC insured to at least $250,000, and equal housing lender.
All right, we are back here at Gasco Field. Badgers go to 7-0, 24-6 win over the Holyoke Dragons. Dragons will drop to 4-3. Tough game for them as they could not get anything going. Running game shut down and the passing game non-existent as well, as Trevor Dalton did not get much support from his receivers. Got some stats, Andrea?
I do. I just realized I forgot to total some things, but I think I am ready.
Totals would be pretty important for stats.
Well, let's start with Limon and talk about Liggett. Rushing for Liggett, I had 15 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kerrigan Capel, 17 carries, approximately 106 yards. Luke Meyer, 14 carries for 57 yards. Carpenter, 1 carry for 4. And that kind of is the rushing totals. Now, looking at Liggett and his passing.
And just kind of a note on Kerrigan. Kerrigan had kind of a quiet 106 yards.
Yes, he did.
Very quiet, 106 yards.
Most of it was in the third quarter where he picked up 60.
Yeah.
He was real quiet in the second quarter. Yep.
Well, he just was one of those kids that kind of, as Liggett kind of opened it up for everybody, Kerrigan was able to finally get some decent blocking up front.
And he ripped off a pretty good chunk there towards the end of the game, but it was called back on that penalty too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I didn't get to count that one. So anyway, for Gavin Liggett passing, I have him 6 for 12 and a total of 86 yards. One of those passes being a touchdown pass and the other being also a 2-point conversion pass to Grant Yao. Catching for Liggett, we have Rubisan. He had 3 catches for 63 yards, one of those being a touchdown. And I already mentioned Grant Yall with 1 catch for the 2-point conversion.
And the most spectacular catch of the season so far, I think.
Yeah.
As
he stretched it out. He had
did.
his tippy toes stretched out with his arms. Braden Capel had 1 catch for 18 yards, and Tyler Cochran also 1 catch for 5 yards. So that's kind of the Badgers stats. Looking at the defense for Badger, Luke Meyer, as always, in there, real tough. I had him with 7 tackles and an assist. Yowles in there with 3 tackles, and Liggett with 3 and an assist. Cochran with 4. Yowle had an interception. Devin Christian had a couple tackles and a sack as well. Tyler Kimball with 3 and Hilferty with 3. Let's talk about the Holyoke defense, the big story there, and no surprise as Tharp, I had him at 19 tackles total, and I'm sure I've missed a few.
Yeah, I tell you.
He was in on almost every play, if not the main tackle and assist. So.
Yeah, Tharp had a great game. Obviously, great athlete. Going to see him down the line, too, in basketball when it comes around. Great athlete. Unfortunately, just not enough to help the team.
Dalton passing, as we've kind of already talked about, he had 16 attempts, just 1 completion for 20 yards, and that also included 1 interception. He did have 1 pass completed in the first quarter, but like I said before, that was called back. So 1 for 16 for 20 yards. Catching that 20-yard catch was number 23, Fierro, for the Dragons. Rushing for the Dragons, Dalton had 4 carries for 21 yards. Cumming, 11 carries for 25, scoring that TD in the fourth quarter. Koch, 6 carries for 54 yards, and Ramos 3 carries for 17 yards. So that's kind of where we're at. Do you want the scoring summary, or?
Well, sure.
We can talk about that. No scoring in the first quarter. The second quarter, with 4:38 left in the second quarter, Liggett throws a pass to Rumasan 3 yards out for 6 points. We failed on the 2-point conversion. But with 4 seconds left before half, Liggett scores 2 yards on a run, making the score 12-0. And this time the 2-point conversion is good as he throws a pass to Grant Yell. So they go in at halftime 14-0. In the third quarter, the Badgers come out and Liggett throws a 1 yard. No, excuse me. He keeps it for a 1 yard run, bringing the score to 20. And his extra point after that's good. So ending the third quarter out, the Badgers are up 21-0. In the fourth quarter, Liggett is able to connect, and connect he did on a 30-yard field goal that was good, and that was with like 5:16 left in the game. That made the score 24-0, and with 58 seconds left before the game ends, Cumming has a 5-yard run to put up 6 on the board for the Dragons. Their 2-point conversion pass was no good. So there's your final, Tim and Rich, 24-6.
All right, and Rich, we talked a little bit about it, or I mentioned that I thought this game kind of solidified and kind of supported, that Limon is a legitimate contender, and they deserve a #1 ranking, and solid in all facets of the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Holyoke got beat last week. Talking to some of the guys, kind of the same thing happened tonight. A lot of drop passes and stuff. We played Yuma the first game. Yuma's got to be getting tougher through the season.
Yeah.
So it just shows you that the Badgers are here. And,
yeah, they are.
We've looked at scores. Crowley County, Callahan shouldn't be anything next week. We got Crowley County the next week. We think that they're going to be tough.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a tough one. And they're going to look tough. They're going to want an upset. They're going to want their name up there. But they got tattooed by Burlington, which bizarre.
Yeah,
just bizarre. So, all right. Well, player of the game.
Gavin Liggett.
Yeah,
it had to be either him or Luke Meyer, and I bet Gavin did.
Yeah, I just thought the beginning, the first and the first half of the second quarter, nothing going. Liggett finally took it upon himself, or the coaching staff thought, let's get Liggett out there in the open and see what he can do. So he opened, I think, the offense up, and then Kerrigan Capel, as we said, kind of had a quiet 106 yards. And from there, the Badgers just kind of rolled.
Yep.
So. All right, for everybody on the broadcast, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We will be in Callahan, except Mr. Yarian will be up in the mountains somewhere. We don't know where.
That's right.
Do we?
Yes, I do, but I'm not telling.
You're not telling. All right.
He doesn't want anybody to know.
I don't blame him. After the week he's had this week, yeah, I'm sure he wants to be hidden.
And thanks to Madison Anderson for helping me spot and keep the scoring record there.
All right, for everybody that listened tonight, also want to thank those listened and watched. I keep thinking that you don't get to see, but you do. Trudy O'Dwyer up in the cold and the rain, running the camera for us. For Andrea Anderson on the stats, Madison on the stats, Rich Yarian on the call, and everybody else. We'll go ahead and see you next week, and we'll call it a wrap. Badgers go to 7-0, and Callahan next week. We'll see you then.